What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to G-Ball Vision. Boy, do I have an exciting unboxing for you guys today. Before we dive in, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I would love to have you here. And before you head out, hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. Really helps push these videos out there to more folks. So, like I said, guys, I am ecstatic to get into this thing. So let's see what we have here. It's been a little while since I've gotten one of these in, which is, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it, but I am nervous. So let's see. So that is everything in the pouch there. So what a beautiful symbol that is right there. So let's see what we have here. We have a nice zippered case. And if you're not familiar, that is EMPEDC's logo there, guys. And we have the very first. You didn't think I would miss this, did you? Did you think I would miss this? This is the very first EMPEDC USA Made knife. This is called the Pulse OTF. Magnacut Steel. This is going to be a first run of this guy. And then do we have some schwiggity swag in there? Yes, we sure do. We got some stickers in there. There might even be more. Oh! Ooh, look at that. We got a new one, baby, with the American flag. And there's another one in there. What do we got in there? Holy smokes, John. Got the bomb. Is that it? Okay. Let's see what we got here. And then we got the USA Made little, oh man. All right, let's calm down and let's zoom into this guy. So not only has it been a while since I've gotten an EMPEDC, I mean not too long, but it's been a while since I've gotten an OTF as well, or any automatic, or one that I've bought anyway. So we have a full aluminum frame here, and I believe that's going to be a titanium pocket clip, and it matches the milling of the handles here. We have the beautiful refined EMPEDC logo there. Let's take a look at this Magnacut blade. Oh man, stone washed, almost looks kind of like it's got a acid wash to it. Really, that's a very dark, deep stone wash. So we got Magnacut, a beautiful Tanto blade there. This button is very, very comfortable, guys. So you might be wondering, you might not know, how did EMPEDC, who has had their knives made by QSP and Bestech, how'd they make a USA Made knife? Well, John has been working with a company called Axial Gear, and Axial Gear specializes in automatic knives, OTF knives, and they do them very, very well. They are all done in-house in the US. Now, Axial has other knives that are done outside the US, but all their automatics are done here in the United States. John has been working with them on the Pulse OTF project here. Now, not long ago, John released a batch of Pulse OTFs that were not USA made. I believe they were Wharncliffe or sheepsfoot blades, and I think those were in Magnacut as well. But they were not USA made. Those were done by maybe Bestech. I'm not 100% sure who OEM'd the original Pulses, but I held off on them because I figured either A, he would come out with something a little different with a little different twist. And it wasn't long after that I heard from John, and he said that basically there was going to be a USA made Pulse. And that's when I would pump the brakes on getting one of the original Pulses. Now, as much as I would love to have one of the original ones as well, if I had all the money in the world, I would certainly have snagged one. But having to be smart and make my purchases right, and be smart with my purchases, I decided to hold off until these finally came. And actually, it wasn't at the best time for these to drop, but, we made it happen, baby. And I have to say, oh my gosh, that is just, this button here, guys, it smokes anything else that I have tried as far as an OTF. It's very, very comfortable. I mean, I could do this all day long, and it feels good. Like there's a lot of take up there, and then this is very, very easy to move. And once you get there, you can feel it. And then the same in the reverse. Nice and easy to get to here, and then you can feel the spring starting to kind of build up. And then once you cross that line, it just shoots out. That is so well done, so satisfying as well. And the other thing, would I have liked titanium for the handle? Yeah, I would have, but that would also probably have increased the price on these by, I'd be willing to bet another $100 probably, being USA made. And going with aluminum is a great choice. It keeps the knife even lighter than if it was titanium. And these days, the way that they finish aluminum, you really, you don't know, only because of the weight maybe, that this is not titanium. That's really, you wouldn't know. Very hard to actually discern some aluminum from titanium. But the titanium's naturally going to be a little heavier. So that's kind of about one of the only ways that I can think of to really tell. And, if this was a full titanium body, this would be quite a bit heavier, and it would be more expensive, like I said. He did have another version of these, but I don't know, they might both be gone. There was two versions. This one and then a all stonewash version, I think. And that one's gone for sure, and this one might be gone as well. As far as what the retail price was, guys, I actually forget, but they were not bad priced at all. For a designer to go to Axial and come up with, his own design here and have them make it, the price tag was very good, especially considering we're getting Magnacut here. I don't know. I think the HRC was specified on EMPEDC's website. That Made in America just looks great. Love this sticker right here. I mean, this is something to be extremely proud of right here. This, and I've been rooting for John since the beginning, but also rooting for him to, get some of his projects done in-house in the US. And I think this was kind of a great start, because what started him off initially was an OTF, the Slenderman. So it's kind of fitting that his very first USA made knife is an OTF. And I think that's going to be a sign of things to come. Now, I fully, hope, I believe there's no question about it that he will continue to have production knives done, by Bestech and QSP. There would be no reason not to. He literally gets out of QSP. It's probably the best OEM work that QSP has ever done with the Nimble line. And he gets incredible fit and finish and an incredible job from Bestech as well. They absolutely nailed the couple of models that they did for him. And he just gets the best out of these companies, and it's awesome to see. Typically, I'm not a huge OTF guy. I do have a couple, but this one, it was a must have in my opinion. not only to support John and EMP and his family, but USA made, first design that is USA made. Love this blade shape. Coming in Magnacut. I want to say it was at like, don't quote me, but I think it was like 62, 63 was like what they're done at. So I don't think there was like a 62 to 4. I think it was either it was 62 or 3. I'm not sure which one. It wouldn't be hard to find out. But, you know, at that, it's going to be just fine for a knife like this. This is not meant to be, you know, your TRM Atom slicer. This is meant to be an OTF, kind of a poker, kind of a cutter type of a deal. This is not meant to be ultra thin and ultra slicey, which I'm sure that it has a phenomenal edge on it. I do have a couple of Axial's other products. I have one of their small OTFs. I think it's called the Dart. I have one of their fixed blades. It's called the Alpine, and that thing is absolutely phenomenal. One of my favorite fixed blades ever. Hey, John, we need an EMP EDC fixed blade. That would be awesome. You know, like a EMP EDC fixed blade. That would be, woo-hoo-hoo. I bet he's working on it. If I know John at all, which I don't, but I'd love to know John, but I think I kind of know him, and if I you know, kind of do, I have to believe that it is definitely in his, you know, it's in his mind to have a fixed blade at some point. But folders are pretty much where it's at, you know what I mean? But there's something to be said about a well-designed EDC fixed blade that's easily pocketable, you know, something that you can truly EDC that's not going to be in the way all the time or overly heavy or overly big or whatever. So there is something to be said for that. But massive shout out to John and EMP EDC for just making some of the finest knives in the knife world. And this is another absolute home run coming from John and EMP EDC, as well as Axial. They did these things absolute justice. And I never handled anything prior as far as the Pulse goes, whether it was these ones or the original run. I never got to handle one of those. So I kind of went into this very, very blind. Before we head out, I'll go ahead and give you guys just a quick measurement. Of course, we'll do a full in-depth overview of this guy. Going to be coming in about 8 inches overall, 3¼ inches of cutting edge and blade length there, and then just a beautiful blade. I love that. Look at that thing. Oh, man. Oh, so well executed, guys. Oh, and that switch is so comfortable, too. So comfortable. I always get nervous about OTFs because, you know, although Microtex isn't that bad, it's not that comfortable either. Eventually, it starts to fatigue the finger. But this thing is excellent. Excellent, guys. If you want one of these and they're still available, I would highly recommend going and getting it because they probably won't be for long. And if you missed out on it, that stinks, man. I know how you feel, but there'll be more. He already has said there will be more of these to come in different variations, and I'm sure he'll have aftermarket pocket clips and all that sort of thing as well. But we'll do a full in-depth overview of this guy here coming up. Should we see what it looks like in the pocket? I guess we can. Good retention over the seam. Then you're going to have just a tiny bit poking out, which is standard affair for these milled type clips, the way they are told. That's just how it's going to be, and I think that's perfect because it gives you a little bit to grab a hold of to get it in or out of the pocket. Man, just an absolute home run, and job well done for John and EMP and Axial. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Love hearing from you guys, and I'm interested to hear what you have to say about this OTF, about EMP doing their first USA Made knife, which is just a, standing ovation for doing that. I don't know of, I guess I can think of one other company who's done that. I'm sure there's more, but it's not something that's happening all the time. Designers who have things made overseas and then they have something made in the U.S. as well. So that's just a nod to John and doing a fantastic job all the way around. Can't wait to see what he has coming up the pipe for us. Otherwise, guys, I will catch you on the next one.